This is going to be really interesting here. We got to watch this woman because there may be a Fox News lawsuit brewing.
This is already the most sad holiday season I think I will ever experience. Solely for the fact I have made the decision for myself and my fiance and our child to skip out on family holidays with my family that voted for Trump.
A lot of people are doing this.
While I know this is the right decision for myself and my family, I have been depressed the past 10 days.
Of course,
This is truly gut-wrenching.
I mean, it's true. A lot of people are making this decision based on the morality of their family members who voted for a rapist and a concentration camp wanting racism-fueled misogynist campaign. I mean, Trump ran a campaign that was just straight racism, misogyny, and xenophobia. And so a lot of people have made the decision to cut ties with the people in their lives that have shown that their moral character would lead them to support those types of behaviors. If you believe that concentration camps are the answer to fixing immigration, it really says something about your humanity. It says that you don't really have a lot of humanity, because if you had any humanity, you'd want to pass some legislation and you'd want to handle immigration in a humane way. But you don't. You want to handle it in an inhumane way, the way they did with internment camps or Nazi Germany. And you don't see anything wrong with that. So it's like, okay, you have made decisions that reveal a really inhumane moral compass, and you don't even see the inhumanity in your decision making. And in fact, if you're MAGA, you're sitting there dancing around doing the jerk it dance, thinking that you're happy. You're like sticking it to us by rounding up your fellow human beings that you've decided are the problem and harming them, extracting some sort of revenge, or I don't know, whatever. But it's a painful decision nonetheless when you decide to cut out your family because they've revealed this really horrible moral character voting to harm human beings. But anyway, the point being is she's a little depressed about having to make this decision. But so this woman, though, wait till you see where this goes.
And it's not the fact that they are Republicans. It's the fact that they voted for Donald Trump, knowing who he is and what he is capable of. And I'm mourning the fact that my family are educated white people and they still voted for him. That makes this even worse. This, to me, proves that Trump and his MAGA cult are truly brainwashed. And it's sad not knowing if I'll ever get my family back. And to make this even worse, I'm an only child. I have no one to go to. I have no one other than my fiance and my close friends to be like, am I making the right decision? And all of them have said yes. Today,
I agree with the decision too.
To some of my mom's side of her family for an early Thanksgiving dinner, and I decided to pass on it. And it's sad. It's like, I want to go and I want to have good conversation, but I don't want to feel ostracized because I'm the only person in that room that voted for Kamala Harris. I also just don't want to be around brainwashed, regurgitated rhetoric that I know is not true. And when I try and bring up the facts, I'm shot down and I'm made to feel like, oh, you're young. When you're older, you'll feel differently. Like, no, I'm 26. I have a daughter. I don't want my daughter around these asinine beliefs. So if you are taking a rain check and avoiding family dinners or holiday celebrations this year because of this election and the results, you're not alone.
She has some problems with Trump behavior, with the moral compass of the man, and the fact that her family voted for him. And again, you could tell she doesn't really want to go there because she's going to get singled out. Now, we know, as we've seen, about MAGA and their gloating and their whole, like, your body, my choice, like, cry, suffer for the next 4 years. That's what they love about this. They want us all to suffer. Now, watch what happens, though. Because Fox News took her shit and they ran with it. They put her on blast, which caused a chain reaction of MAGA people then attacking her for her own personal decision.
Fox News used my content without consent and blasted it on air with a very false headline. Now I'm getting death threats towards myself and my family. And if I didn't think that these folks were corrupt and wicked before, I certainly do now. What's even worse is their viewers do no fact checking and are following me on other platforms just to say the most hateful and insidious shit you could imagine. But this is supposed to be the party of making America great again, and we are good Christians.
Yeah, now let's look at some of the shit they said, dude. This guy says, Anna, I feel sorry for your soul. You're obviously having so much angst because you realize that it is not a wise decision. You have to love everybody. Dude, the Trumper said you have to love everybody. Oh, shit, bro. Nobody was put on this planet with an attitude, with a color, with a gender by their choice. We have to get along, and unfortunately, there is such a manly, horrific pile of crap being spewed by the media on all sides. You need to look at your values. Oh my God, bro. Your family values. We all want to be safe. Dude, what is this? This Matt Doyle, what a weirdo. And yeah, why are you sending fucking DMs, bro? They're looking for her on social media, and then they're sending her DMs. Why did they send DMs? Because they want to be fucking bold and creepy without anybody seeing it. This guy says, I can't stand the fact you don't realize that all you do in TikTok is regurgitate bullshit leftist talking points. You're indoctrinated by liberal propagandists spewing bullshit and don't even realize it. Well, thank you, Brad. Thank you, Brad, for coming in and letting me know that you know exactly how I am. Tell your family you're sorry for being such a bitch. Oh, thank you, Brad. Yeah, I'm sorry. If I don't want to hang out with the rapists now, if I don't want to hang out with rapist sympathizers, Brad has let me know that I'm a bitch. I've been indoctrinated by liberal propaganda because I draw the line at sexual abusers. Oh, thank you, Brad. Appreciate that one, buddy.
Full and insidious shit you could imagine. But this is supposed to be the party of making America great again, and we are good Christians. You are indoctrinated by Tell your family you are sorry for being such a bitch and embarrassing them. What? For every single person out there supporting MAGA, I really encourage you to look at those around you who you think are your comrades. Is this the type of behavior you stand by? Is this the community you align with? Just because I made a video talking about how I wouldn't choose to be around family that voted for a felon and a rapist. I do suppose ignorance is bliss when you blindly stand by billionaires and are dedicated to corruption of the mind, thinking that they actually care about you, and believing that hatred towards your fellow citizens is more important than the political party you stand for.
You know what's amazing about this, though, is how those people that are Christians or whatever, they claim to be Christians. That's their big claim. They're men and women of God, and they're people of Jesus, and Jesus the Savior, and all that fucking bullshit. And the minute she says, oh, I don't want to go hang with my family that showed this lack of moral character, they're like, you need to love everybody. And it's like, but bro, where's the love in the Trump platform? Where was any of the Trump love through his whole campaign? Did he ever once love Kamala Harris? No, he insisted that she's DEI, she's a sleazebag, she's a liar, she's a scumbag, she's incompetent, she's low IQ. He never once gave her a single prop or respect for any of the work she's done, and she's had a long and storied career and broken a lot of glass ceilings. He never loved her once, bro. He didn't even like her. He didn't even pretend to like her. He didn't even say, I don't like her at all, but I respect the work she's done. None of that. It was just nothing but defamation the whole time. And his entire campaign, there was no love shown to immigrants. There was no love shown to the LGBTQ or trans people. There was no love shown to women. He denigrated so many women. Their ethos is, you need to love everybody. You need to love us. You need to accept us. You need to let us come to the table and hang out at your house. But we're allowed to police the trans people and the immigrants and the people of color, and we can make up lies about the immigrants, and we can make up lies about our opponents, and we can denigrate every woman on the planet. We can talk trash and just belittle everybody. But you gotta be nice to us while we do all that, while we hurt all those other people. Come on, man.
I know the real way to figure out who to unfollow post-election, and it's not, oh, go and see who of your mutuals is following Trump, who's following Fox News. No. You have to go see who's following Eric. No contact.
Dude!
I know the real way to
Dude, isn't that hilarious? If they're following Eric Trump, they're done. They're cut off. No contact. Dude, I find that so funny. You gotta say, she has a point, because Eric is, you know, I don't know how to process him. I mean, other than injecting Laura with Botox, I don't know if he has another job, right? What does he do? He gets gum surgery and he slams a Botox needle into his wife's face. And that's it. He can't talk for shit. He's got no charm whatsoever. Dude, I never turn the sound on when I see Eric Trump. I've been going sound off on that guy for like 8 years, dude. The minute I see him, dude, I just hit the mute button, bro. Because, I mean, what's the point? We're going into Maga idiot land, bro. Everybody's trying to process what is going on with young white men. Because ultimately, I think men are having a crisis. And I think the crisis has been building for a while. Because think about this, guys. For the longest time, men knew what their role was. They had to be the strong guy. They had to get the good job. The woman took care of the kids. The dad provided for the family. The men had a specific role to play, but now it's really different. Women are working. Women are the boss. Women are all over government. Many men are evolving emotionally and becoming parental caregivers. They're staying home and raising the kids. So this idea of this simplified traditional male breadwinner protector role of like the strong guy, like you don't even need strong men anymore. We have mechanical tools that handle all the difficult jobs. You don't even need to be strong to turn a screw anymore. You just click the button on your Black & Decker power screwdriver. So men are having kind of an existential crisis because the way they've always been needed is no longer necessary. I feel like men limited themselves to these sort of incidental roles of being the tough guy, being the boss, being the breadwinner. And now we don't need men to be breadwinners. We don't need them to be the strong guy. I mean, with the advancement of all the mechanical tools in nightstand tables, women don't even need the men to get off anymore. So men are sort of left with the whole, what is their purpose? That's kind of the challenge that we face now. What is the male purpose in this new modern world? I think that's really the crisis we're having. And so men are kind of turning into toxic weirdos.
Well, it looks like the results are final. Your body, my choice. Cry about it.
Hi guys, it looks like we have another group project. That was Hudson Cooper, and he thought that he could post that on the internet without getting any consequences. You even changed your name on your profile, buddy, but I found it. And we're gonna go through it together. So first thing I noticed is, of course, every little YT boy in their 20s who glorifies grape has one of these videos glorifying God also.
Of course.
God does not have favorites. And I could troll and be like, oh, I'm God's favorite because I have all these things. But the thing is, we are all equal under God's eyes, right?
Now, how could he possibly follow that?
Dude, look at that. The homie who's walking around saying, your body, my choice, is also making videos saying we're all equal in God's eyes. And he apparently, for whatever reason, doesn't seem to see the schism between those two. Oh, God, we're all equal under God's eyes, except those of you that I can do whatever I want with your body and laugh. Ha, ha, ha. Dude, isn't this crazy? This guy has no shame, bro.
Oh, I'm God's favorite because I have all these things. But the thing is, we are all equal under God's eyes, right?
Now, how could he possibly follow that act up where he says we're all equal in God's eyes? I don't know, maybe a video like this.
So this election didn't really matter to me anyway because I'm a 20-year-old millionaire, and look at the view that I get to watch these liberals cry from. I get to just look down at all these libs.
Yeah, so we're all equal in God's eyes, right? But you're gonna brag from the 50th story? What? I'd also like to point out that the first video that we discussed here, the Your Body, My Choice video that you made, you did it in the dark.
Of course
you did. Was that because
you
you somehow knew that it would be a bad video to make, but you made it anyways, but you thought if you did it in the dark, no one would find you? Because we found you. And I'm gonna tell you right now, you got 30 minutes, buddy. 30 minutes. Okay, because the attack dogs are coming.
We all know that this little schism here is a huge part of the Trumpism and the new conservative right wing among young men. We know, we see it. They've leveraged the word of Jesus or God while simultaneously talking about their fellow humans being demons or making all kinds of like rape culture references, your body, my choice, all that kind of shit. Or this idea that women are inferior or calling women whores if they engage in any type of adult content, etc., etc., etc. And it's really crazy how tied the rape culture is to this Christian religion. Like, they just don't fucking care. What a turd, bro. What a weirdo. It's so weird, though, that these guys talk about God in one hand, and then they talk about how wealthy they are and how much better they are than everyone. I think one of the things we have to remember is these guys have so much privilege. They do. And you ready? You ready for the earth-shattering thing? I would venture to guess that 40% of men actually believe the your body, my choice is fitting. I'm not even joking. You think that sounds crazy? Like, no, there's no way, there's no way. But actually, there's a lot of men that believe in that sort of ethos. That is pretty much the common ethos of the new male fitness influencer. I mean, think about it. It's what the president said, right? He grabs them by the... If you're rich, if you're famous, if you manage a lot of wealth or have a significant amount of power, you can just do what you want. And it is an ethos that a lot of men believe in, and particularly a lot of young men who are on the fringe of this youth fame culture believe in that shit. I mean, it's why Dr. Disrespect can groom an underage girl and get banned from Twitch and then get a Rumble contract. And he'll have thousands of young men who are going to go and give him money because your body, my choice is something that actually does resonate with them. And if a man is powerful enough and he is red pill, f- everybody, masculinity rules, and I'll do whatever I want enough, young men will idolize him because that's really what young men want. They want to be gods. This guy talks about God, but what is he? He's like, I'm 20, I'm a millionaire, look at my penthouse, I'm so powerful, I can sit here and say your body, my choice, and I leave my profile up and nobody can touch me. That's why they resonate with that message. They want to be God. And so they associate themselves with God and this kind of bullshit messaging in order to do that shit, to like have a little bit of godlike. They have no shame, man. And you are exactly right that Trump winning is what enables this fucking behavior. This is what happens when Trump wins. This is the stuff that gets signal boosted, emboldened by the selection of Donald Trump. They're emboldened by this shit. It's so gross, dude.